I am back with a brand new DC update. And I'm trying to squeeze this in before I have a very busy afternoon and evening, as I will be going to see Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny tonight. And I will have my review for that up as soon as I get back. In the meantime, I have a daughter who is going in to have 4 wisdom teeth pulled. And so I will be going to that here in just a little bit as well. But I wanted to squeeze this DC update in so that you guys would have something today. And yes, as the title suggests, Zack Snyder came out and approved the new Superman and Lois. And we're going to take a look at that. But there are a few other photos we need to look at first. So let's take a look at these photos. The first photo I have here is an interesting one. This is from James Wan. It says, people love Jason Momoa playing this role, and people love the action visuals of this space and this world. And that's what we're doing. We're taking it to the next level, and we are still expanding, James Wan promises. Now, I find this interesting, especially after a couple of weeks ago, James Wan came out and talked about how butchered his film is, and he doesn't even know and can't make heads or tails out of what the studio is about to release. Now, I'm one of the few people that love the original Aquaman. I thought it was epic in scope. They were able to create a world and a vision that I never thought I would see on screen with Aquaman, sans enough Black Manta, which we did get at the end of the film, and it's going to be great to see that character back. I'm actually excited to see this, but I think it's another project that is DOA because of the decisions of James Gunn and David Zaslav. But we'll see. This does get released, I believe, in December, so we will find out shortly. Now, this next photo was something that James Gunn reiterated. He said they are miles and miles away from casting their new Batman. So I have a couple of thoughts on this. Now, first of all, this shows you that what happened in the Flash movie, that's not the world Barry's going to stay in. And that movie did not erase the DCEU. In fact, if anything, it set it in stone. But it definitely did not put it in the new DCU either. And so they're going to have to explain that. And I don't know how they're going to do that before these films come out, because Superman Legacy is the first DCU film. But they have to explain how we get there, because it is supposedly a continuation on the DCEU that we already have, that things are just going to be shifted because of the multiverse. But they didn't do anything in the Flash movie to move us in that direction. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they move into that space. My fear on this, I really hope Andy Muschietti does make this a serious story, because this particular story that they are basing this off of is not kid stuff. This is a serious, dark story, and it needs to be told in a very eloquent way, and it needs to be done the right way. If they turn it into a joke fest like they did The Flash, and that's assuming this project even gets off the ground, because I don't know who's going to invest in these movies that they want to do, knowing especially that there is a good chance that Superman Legacy is going to flop at the theater. All right, so this is the main reason I did the video. Yes, Zack Snyder himself came out about 20 hours ago and said, now this is Superman. And he hashtag Snyderverse is over. And you can see it has 368 comments and 4,000, over 4,000 likes. So there you go. The man himself put his stamp of approval on this new Superman. And if you believe me, there's something wrong with you. So that photo that I just showed you guys is fake, but it is circulating all over social media today, which is ridiculous, because that is not real. The first thing I do when people post stuff like that is from his Vero account. He did not post anything like that. He hasn't posted in quite some time. Also, it's interesting to note that there is a documentary that's going to be coming out about the history of DC in film. And if you see that video, Christopher Nolan and Zack Snyder are not a part of that video at all. Now, they do have, obviously, James Gunn's in there. You even have, what's his name? Dwayne Johnson in that video. But the people that were not there are Christopher Nolan and Zack Snyder. They did not seem to be a part of this documentary at all. So it's going to be interesting to see when that documentary comes out, if it's going to be another one of those things where they push back against the Snyderverse, or if they're going to truly embrace everything that's come, as this is a 100 celebration of Warner Brothers. And I just don't have faith in the studio that they are going to do the right thing, but we will find out when that documentary gets released. All right, so there is my update for the day. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and you will be notified as I have new videos go up.